Hi guys, and welcome to the intermediate 4x4 example solves module. In these videos I'll be doing 4x4 example solves with a focus on simplicity and efficiency. So I won't be using too many fancy techniques. I'll mostly be aiming the solves and the techniques in them at intermediate level solvers. So here's our first scramble. Let's start out by looking for the white centerpieces and the yellow centerpieces to see which color we should solve first. And we have a reasonably easy first center on yellow. So we've got this yellow bar down here, this one here, and this piece up here. So what we can do to solve these into the bottom layer is do something like U, R prime, U prime, R2, like that, with both R's being wide. That solves that onto the bottom layer. Now we've got these two on top already solved for us, and we can rotate to solve this one and this one, like this. Slice the cube to bring them together, and then insert them into the white center. Now we can flip our cube this way and look for our first cross edge. So the first thing that I see in this solve is this blue one and this blue one. So we can do something like U2, R2 prime, F, like that. And then the next two edges that I see for my second cross edge are this piece and this piece. So I can do something like R prime, L2, F, or U, like that. Then the next two that I see are this one and this one. So we can do a slice move to pair them up. Now they don't belong here. They belong on the back side of the cube. So we can do something like L2 and then D prime, like that, to put them back there. Now what we're going to do is finish solving the last four centers. So I've got this bar on the front face here, and I don't have any blue pieces here. So I want to finish off solving this blue center. So I've got this blue one here. So I can do a wide R2 like that. Then to solve the blue center into the back, I can go U, wide R, U prime, wide R, like that. Now I need to solve the red center on the top here, because when solving the white cross, the red centerpieces will go below the blue centerpieces. So I've got these two, which I moved across to the left-hand side here, and I can do something like this for these last two. So I can do a three wide R2 like that. I've got this one and this one here. So I can go U prime, R prime, U, and then R prime, U2, R2 to solve that whilst preserving this blue center. Now we've got these two for our orange center and these two, which we can just attach and insert like that. Now my last cross edge is actually here and it's actually already formed. So what I'm going to do is align my cross edges like that and then insert it. Now the first thing I'm going to do after I solve my cross is do 3-2-3 edge pairing. So I'm going to do a wide U prime like that. That's just my personal preference. You can start with a wide U if you like as well. Do a wide U prime and look at this piece. So it's the orange and blue. The other orange and blue is here. So I can insert it down like that. Then I'm looking for the yellow and red. The yellow and red matching pieces here. So I can insert it there. Then I'm looking for the green and yellow. Now if I rotate like this, I can see that the green and yellow is already in place. So now when I rotate back, when I slice back, I've got this one, and this one solved. So the next thing to do is kind of figure out what's going on. So I notice I've got these two yellow pieces like that, as well as these two yellow edge pairs. However, these two yellow edge pieces, however, they'll need to be done with a two swap. So I need to essentially swap this one with this one. So I can do a slice move, flip, and slice back, and that's pretty straightforward. Now I've got three edges remaining on top here, so what I'm going to do is actually insert them into the middle layer. So I've got this one, focusing on the green and orange. Then I've got this green and orange here, which I can insert like that. So I see there I did do a rotation, but that's kind of okay because the finger tricks are pretty easy. Now to solve these last three, I'm going to slice, and then look what happens over here. Look which piece goes over here, the red and blue. Insert that one such that the red and blue corresponding piece goes down there, and then slice back. And that solves that edge, and that edge. So in that edge pairing on this solve, I did 3, 2, and then 3 to finish. But it was a little bit unconventional, but that was fine because we had the pure 2 swap in the middle of the edges. So the first thing that I see when I get to 3x3 stage are these two. So I'll go ahead and solve them. Next thing I see are these two, and these two. Then I've got this corner piece and this F2L edge piece in its slot back here, but it's flipped. So I can solve it like that. Now I've got PLL parity, and then a V permutation. And that's solved. Okay, next solve, let's look around again to see which of the yellow or white centers we should solve first. And here we've got a pretty easy case where we can solve a yellow center onto the front or bottom layer like this. And just remember, whilst we're doing that, to check out where our white centerpieces are, so we can immediately go ahead and solve them after we solve this yellow center. So we can do something like R, U, white R prime, like that, and then just rotate. Now I've got these two white ones on the back here, or on the left here, this white one on the right hand side here. So I'm going to insert this first, and then insert these two, like that. And now I've solved my white and yellow centers, so I'm going to rotate like so. And the first edge pair that I see is actually these two. So I can do something like white R, U, white R prime, F to insert those. Then the next ones that I see is this one and this one, the white and blues. So I can go U prime, R, U prime, white R prime to insert that. Then the next one that I see is this one and this one. So this is a little bit tricky, but we can go U, V, white R prime, L, F prime, like that. And now I've solved my first three white cross edges on the left-hand side. And I'm looking to figure out which centerpiece I should solve, which center I should solve next. So we've got a couple of different options. I see both of these bars, so I'm immediately inclined to solve either the green or the orange center. So I think what we can do here is do something like this. So working on the orange center, we can do a U. I've got this orange piece here, and this one up here. So U, U2 there, R2, U, R prime, like that. And after solving this center, we need to solve the green on the top here. So what I'll do is actually move these two over to the left-hand side and then do a wide R2 move to put them down to the bottom. Now I've got this piece and this piece, which I can solve into the bottom right-hand side, but here by doing wide R, U, wide R, U2, wide R2 prime. And now I'm on to my last two centers. So I've got this blue and this blue, which need to go up the top. Align them like that. U2, R prime. Now I've got my last cross edge here to solve. So I've got this one back here and this one here. So what I can do is do a slice move, wide R prime, F, R, F prime, wide R, and then L prime, U, L prime, like that. And that solves my entire cross. Now, once I actually finish my cross there, I notice that I've got this edge solved and this edge solved. So that's going to make life a little bit easier. So I noticed that because I've already got this edge solved, when I'm doing my first three edges, I only have to do two. I only have to insert two. So for example here, if I do a wide U like that, because if I did a wide U prime, then I would essentially need to break up, that would break up this one. Whereas if I did a wide U and inserted edges into this slot and this slot, so using these two slots, when I do the wide U prime afterwards, then this one stays preserved. So here's what I mean. So doing a wide U in this case, I've got this yellow and blue, and this other yellow and blue one is back here. So I can take it out into the top layer and insert it like that. Then I've got this green and red, and the other green and red one is here. So I can insert it like that. And then after inserting those two, I'll do a wide U prime, such that this is now solved, this is now solved, and this is now solved. And actually, luckily enough, this one back here was solved as well. So yeah, got a little bit lucky in that I solved three edges there when I was only meaning to solve two. And then because this one's already solved, that means I've only got three edge pairs left to solve. So I've got this one, and this one. So I'm going to focus here on pairing up the yellow and reds. So insert that, rotate, insert that, there, slice, and then insert this one like that, such that when we slice back, these two are formed. Now I'm going to solve my F2L pair here. Then these two into that slot. Then these two into that slot. and then these two. Now I've got OLL parity, OLL, PLL parity, and then PLL. And then we're solved.